Do I need an objective? No. In fact, I don't recommend objectives because most of them are just these awful, self-centered things that use a whole bunch of fluffy, overused, say-nothing words and phrases. The vast majority of them, in fact. It can work against you, too, when you have a career objective. For instance, if you say something like this, seeking a dynamic position in a growing company that allows me to fully utilize my skills and attributes and provide opportunity for professional advancement. First, again, that doesn't say an awful lot. But when you say that, if I'm the hiring manager, I might get a little worried that if I hire you for my entry-level position, you're going to immediately start gunning for the next level. I'm not saying don't have goals. I'm not saying poise yourself for growth. But you can worry people when they think that you're not going to be satisfied in that first position. Instead, I use an executive summary or a professional summary instead of an objective every time. Graduation year, GPA. Yeah, when you're a new grad, definitely list your graduation year because the reviewer will then understand why you maybe don't have a lot of professional experience. It will be obvious. As you grow your career, it's not really that important. I really just care if you have that degree. I don't care what year. And then as you age, you probably do want to have it off because at a certain point, a potential employer will start doing the math. And you guys have ways before that happens. Just keep that in the back of your mind. And for sure, if you have a strong GPA, show that baby off. You should also consider listing out under this education section coursework and projects that will highlight your skills and the accomplishments that you've had here at TCU, for sure. Especially when you're a new professional that maybe doesn't have a lot of quote-unquote real experience. Okay, moving on. Must I include an address? Some people come to me and they, for privacy reasons, don't want to put their address up if they're posting their resume online. Totally fair, I wouldn't either. But be sure and include your zip code. Because when I, as a recruiter, go into like monster.com or one of the job boards and I'm searching for potential candidates, if my client says, we're only interested in hiring people within 50 miles of 74128, I need to know that you're in 74128. Likewise, if you're trying very specifically to move to another city and you know it, if you have a friend or a relative with a mailing address there, you might consider, if you're posting your resume online, using their address and zip code. Because again, if an employer is only looking for people who reside in and around that metropolitan area, your resume is not going to come up if you are here in Texas and trying to live in San Francisco, say. Okay, do I list references? No. Because you know what? If you get to a point in the review process or the interview process that they want your resume references, they will ask you for them pretty much 100% of the time. You just don't need to put them there. It just wastes space. Likewise, you don't need to say references available upon request. What are they going to do? Oh, we'd like to go get her references, but she hasn't given us explicit yes on that. It's just a nothing phrase. Just don't even put it on there. And then, why is no one calling? Well, that's the $6 million question, isn't it? It could be a lot of things. Your resume might suck. Cover letter might suck. Your overall messaging might be wrong. You could be approaching your search in all the wrong ways and just kind of falling through the cracks. It's more than likely a blend of a couple or a few of these. I talk to people all the time who get to this stage where they're like, I try, I'm sending out hundreds of resumes and nothing's happening. If you get in this position at any point in your career or your job search, know that it's not about trying harder. It's about learning a better way to play the game. It's about studying the game and the players in the game and determining where there's demand and figuring out your very best way to position yourself and take advantage of those opportunities. It is not about sending resume after resume after resume into blind mailboxes and applying to dozens of online applications. Applying in this way, guys, it makes you a commodity. It makes you a commodity and not a person. And it leaves way too much to chance. So I'm talking about search for a second. I know we're supposed to be talking about resume, but I get going. If your way isn't working, just stop doing it for a little bit. Stop doing what you're doing. Assess your process and figure out where you might be going wrong. Yes, you need a great resume. That's what I'm here to talk to you about today. But you've got to leave today knowing that it's usually not just a matter of fix your resume. It's a matter of cook up a better game plan. When you're struggling, it probably is time to cook up a better plan.